Today on People Now, Chris Martin, Katharine McPhee, David Foster, and more stars treating us all to live streaming concerts to help lift our spirits.
Jared Leto comes out of a meditative isolation to discover the whole world has changed. We'll explain.
Plus, big news as Tom Brady announces his departure from the Patriots. What comes next? Also,
let's get unselfish and focus on Brittany and Jared.
The stars of Vanderpump Rules get real with an update on all the drama between the cast. It's all today on People Now. Let's go.
Hey everyone, welcome to People Now. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. I'm Jeremy Parsons.
And I'm Andrea Boehlke. We have lots to get to today, so here's what you need to know and what's trending.
Tuesday is a sad day for New England Patriots fans. Star quarterback Tom Brady officially announcing he is leaving the team, explaining in two lengthy social media posts, quote, "It's time for me to open a new stage in my life and career." And in a line that will resonate with so many fans, Brady vows, "Pats Nation will always be a part of me." Now, in the post, Brady calls his time in Massachusetts the happiest 2 decades and reflects on how formative those years have been, even acknowledging how his children were born and raised there. Brady goes on to thank his teammates, Patriots staff, and in particular, Coach Bill Belichick, saying, quote, "I couldn't be the man I am today without the relationships you have allowed me to build with you." But important to note, it doesn't sound like Brady is quitting the game altogether. He adds, "Although my football journey will take place elsewhere, I appreciate everything that we've achieved. I've been privileged to have the memories that we've created together." Brady is widely considered the best quarterback of all time and has the most Super Bowl wins of any other player. Together, he and Coach Bill Belichick led the Patriots to play in 9 Super Bowls, winning 6 of them. Well, the show must go on. On Monday, amid the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, David Foster and Katharine McPhee entertained those who are housebound via Instagram Live. Foster began the performance by cautioning fans that it was going to be a disaster because he was the world's worst accompanist on piano. Foster tells his followers, "We want to take requests for songs, but the thing is, I don't know how to play any songs by other people. We're new at this," he said, and he promised that they'll be doing performances every day, with his wife adding that it's because they're bored, and we definitely feel you there. After briefly debating what song to play, the couple started with a rendition of Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, following another conversation about song choices in which Foster joked about how they were going to end up getting divorced over this. The duo launched into a cover of Smile by Charlie Chaplin, and they're not the only stars entertaining for their housebound fans. Chris Martin played a mini gig on Instagram Live too, and he brought all the Coldplay hits like A Sky Full of Stars and Trouble. He also shared some stories and little fun tidbits about each song, really great. Martin even inspired fellow musician John Legend with his Insta Live show. Legend tweeted out on Monday that he plans to host a mini concert on Instagram Live as well. That's set for Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Be sure to tune in. Look out for that. I love that these celebs are keeping us fans entertained. Might be the best thing to come out of this whole coronavirus situation. Well, there is no denying that Oscar winner Jared Leto is ahead of the curve when it comes to fashion. But unfortunately for him, he was 12 days behind when it came to learning about the coronavirus. Listen to this. Leto was completely stunned after coming home from a 12-day silent meditation without his phone. He shared this post on social media where he said in part, quote, "We were totally isolated, no phone, no communication. We had no idea what was happening outside the facility." He goes on to add, "Walked out yesterday into a very different world, one that's been changed forever. Mind-blowing to say the least. I'm getting messages from friends and family all around the globe and catching up on what's going on." Leto also said that he hopes everyone's doing okay and is sending positive energy to everyone. He also asks everyone to stay inside and stay safe. Wild to imagine coming out and realizing the entire world had changed. And Jared Leto isn't the only one. The 14 contestants of Big Brother Germany have been kept in complete isolation since February 6th, when news of the coronavirus was just beginning to pick up steam. Now, on top of that, Metro News reports that when 4 new housemates entered at the beginning of March, they were not allowed to tell the original contestants any updates about the virus. Producers for the show defended the decision to not tell the men and women of the house in a German newspaper. They said that they only lift their information blackout for certain circumstances. They claim that they have taken special hygienic measures to protect the housemates from the infectious disease, but did not go into detail on what exactly those measures were. After major backlash on social media, the show has decided to air a special on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. local time where they will notify the contestants of the pandemic and let them ask any questions they may have. The contestants will also receive video messages from family. And in case you missed it, on Monday, actor Idris Elba became the latest Hollywood A-lister to test positive for coronavirus.
So look, this morning I got some test results back for coronavirus and it came back positive. Yeah, and it sucks.
That's right, People's Sexiest Man Alive 2018 announced the news on Twitter on Monday, going on to say that he's doing okay and confirming that his wife Sabrina has not been tested but is also doing just fine. Elba says he didn't actually have any symptoms, he just realized he had been in contact with someone who tested positive, so thought he should take precautions, which for him meant quarantining and being tested to be safe.
Elba goes on to appeal to fans, asking them to take the situation seriously, to do your part towards social distancing, and to be transparent if you're feeling ill or like you should be tested. And in the Twitter video, he had another message about where we go from here.
Look, we live in a divided world right now. We can all feel it. It's been but now's the time for solidarity. Now's the time for thinking about each other.
We're kicking off Star Trek today with a fun way to keep your family busy and organized while practicing social distancing.
I wanted to share something really cool that a friend sent to me, I got it sent like a picture and a text, but it's how to make a schedule for your family. And so I did that this morning with Willow's help.
Pink is making sure her kids, 8-year-old Willow and 3-year-old Jameson, have plenty to do as schools across the U.S. continue to close over coronavirus concerns. On Monday, the singer shared a homemade itinerary that she and her daughter Willow created for their family as they practice social distancing. In 2 videos shared on Instagram, Pink opened up about the big change, telling fans, "We are sending our love from home." She then goes into detail about her kids' schedules, which includes everything from study time to an hour set aside each day for afternoon fresh air, which sounds really, really nice. In the video, she says, "We wake up before 9, then we go on our morning walk if we can, or yoga if it's raining. After that, Pink's kids have academic time for an hour, no electronics allowed. Willow and Jameson then enjoy an hour of creative time before enjoying some lunch at noon. And that creative time can include anything from Legos, drawing, crafts, knitting, coloring, music, even baking." So yeah, they're doing a lot of really cool activities. And unfortunately for the kids, there's also chore time scheduled. Can't get out of that responsibility. In the video, Pink reveals Willow had actually just finished vacuuming. Good job. According to the itinerary, the family goes out for some fresh air around 4 p.m. before returning inside for dinner. Pink says the part that Willow is very excited about is TV time, which occurs every day after dinner. In the second video, Pink tells her daughter that bedtime is 8 or 9, depending on if she doesn't fight with her brother. Pretty fair trade there. And at the end of the video, the singer asks fans for book recommendations before appealing to everyone to be kind and to practice social distancing. She says, "I love you all. We're going to get through this." Malika Haqq is officially a mom. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star announced on Instagram Monday that she gave birth on March 14th to her son, who she shares with her ex-boyfriend, OT Genesis. Malika revealed the big news with a sweet photo, which shows the baby's tiny fingers resting in her and OT's hands. This is so adorable. She captioned the heartwarming photo, revealing her baby boy's name, Ace Flores. OT also shared a photo of the newborn, swaddled in a hospital blanket. In his post, he wrote, "Ace, I love you." Ace is the first child for Malika and second for OT. He is also a father to his son, Genesis, who will celebrate his 10th birthday on March 24th. Malika first revealed she was pregnant back in September, telling people exclusively that she always wanted to be a mother. And she added, "It's still a little bit surprising, but I'm overjoyed. I'm a very emotional person anyway, but this is another heightening of emotion. I feel really good about where I am in my life. That's so great." Malika chose not to disclose the father's identity at first, but it was later revealed that OT was the baby's dad when she delivered an emotional speech at her lavish bear-themed baby shower in February. The party was thrown by her longtime best friend, Khloe Kardashian. Maybe you've heard of her. In her speech, Malika referenced OT Genesis by his legal name, saying, "I'm incredibly thankful to Otis Flores for my little boy." The Bachelor's Hannah Ann Sluss is choosing joy. The season 24 winner, who was later dumped by Peter Weber, is not letting her public breakup get her down. So on Monday, Hannah Ann posted on Instagram, encouraging her followers in part to choose joy no matter how discouraged you feel. Such a great message, especially right now. We could all use a lot of joy right now. Now, soon after her post, Hannah Ann spread the joy right over to fellow Bachelor contestant Madison's Instagram. After Madison posted saying that she hopes everyone is staying safe, Hannah Ann quickly commented on the post with the word "cutie." So seems like there's no bad blood here. Fans are here for their supportive friendship. It's honestly great to see after everything they've been through, that they're kind of banding together. Makes me really happy. After last Tuesday's finale, where we witnessed Peter propose, then break up with Hannah Ann due to his lingering feelings for Madison, she appeared on the Live After the Final Rose special to confront Peter, calling him out for blindsiding her and ending her powerful message by telling him, quote, "If you want to be with a woman, you need to become a real man." Whew. Peter and Madison also ended their rekindled relationship shortly after that episode aired. Maybe it had to do with Barb, we're not sure, but I think maybe. Those are your Star Treks for today.
All right, stay with us. We've got the TV wedding you should add to your list to watch tonight. Plus, we're catching up with Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon about their new Hulu series, Little Fires Everywhere, and their sweet friendship.
Comedy legend Mel Brooks and his son Max are the latest celebs to encourage social distancing in a Twitter video that has now been viewed millions of times, and I absolutely love this, so let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Max Brooks. I'm 47 years old. This is my dad, Mel Brooks. Hi, Dad. He's 93. If I get the coronavirus, I'll probably be okay. But if I give it to him, he could give it to Carl Reiner, who could give it to Dick Van Dyke, and before I know it, I've wiped out a whole generation of comedic legends.
The father-son duo released the humorous PSA on Twitter on Monday, and in the video, they urged people to practice social distancing, avoid crowds, wash your hands, stay 6 feet away from others, and stay home if you're able. Max included the hashtag Don't Be a Spreader. The video's been viewed over 11 million times at this point. It's reminding people of how the virus can really be deadly for people over 60, which of course is really important for us to remember to stay cautious.
Mel Brooks stayed inside most of the video. Lots of opportunity for his silent comedy to shine through. I think he's so adorable. But Dad got the final say, telling his son Max to go home before waving to the camera from inside. Love the video. It's really informative without feeling preachy. It's also really great to hear from a legend like Mel Brooks, even if he was on the other side of the glass the whole time.
Someone burned down your house with you inside. Elena, do you know anyone that would do this?
Okay, we're really excited about this one. The best-selling novel, Little Fires Everywhere, is now a series premiering this Wednesday on Hulu. We caught up with the show stars, Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon, who told us why this project resonated with them so much.
I got so excited when I got an email from the Reese Witherspoon saying she had found material for us to work on together. And then I read it and was just like blown away by the beauty of the book and how complicated these characters were and how rich the storylines were. And so I was so excited to jump in.
Yeah, I think the book had such beautiful descriptions of motherhood, but complicated ideas that I had never seen expressed before. That it's a journey that every person feels very different about. And I certainly had many different women in my life who mothered me. And that idea that your mother can come from anywhere, that's really beautiful.
Kerry and Reese were friends long before they got involved in Little Fires Everywhere, so what was it exactly that made them click in the first place? They told us. Watch.
I think we're both really curious people, and we've had a relationship that in the beginning was really built around sharing information, whether it was like about a nutritionist or about starting a production company. We just were really open with each other, and my dad jokes that we're just like versions of each other, like photo negatives of each other, north-south versions of each other.
We do act similarly. We're silly a little bit, but we're also very serious sometimes. We like to read a lot, get a lot. We both like a lot of data.
Yes, information is power.
Information.
I love these two together. They're all about women supporting women. And when asked about the qualities in each other that they admire the most, Kerry and Reese couldn't help but gush a little.
Well, first of all, she's beautifully spoken. I love your use of language.
Thank you. It means so much coming from you.
I always think about her grace. She handles things so gracefully.
It made me smile just because of my daughter.
His name is Grace.
I'm so inspired by Reese. I mean, I really am by who she is as a mom and a wife and a producer and an actor. I just think she is so bold and courageous and doesn't shrink for anybody. I love that. I know, like, for me, it's good for me to be around people who don't shrink.
Little Fires Everywhere is set in the 90s. Reese even acknowledged that it kind of feels like she and Carrie are playing their mothers, since they were both teenagers during that decade in real life. So before we let them go, we wanted to know what fad or trend from the 90s were they most excited to resurrect.
I remember when they first brought my yellow Walkman to set, I was like, yes, the yellow one, you know, because it's durable. And Mia lives a rough and tumble life. Of course she has like the Sportman Walkman. So I got really into that.
If we don't have each other, you end up like Dallas. I don't mean dead either. I mean how he was before.
We're wishing actor Rob Lowe a very happy 56th birthday this March 17th. In honor of his big day, we are taking a quick look at his life and most iconic roles, starting with The Outsiders.
At just 19 years old, Lowe made a name for himself when he landed a role in the 1983 film The Outsiders. Now, in the movie, Lowe acted alongside some of today's biggest Hollywood names, including Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, and Matt Dillon.
Lowe landed his first big acting role at only 15 years old, starring on the short-lived NBC sitcom A New Kind of Family. Fast forward, Lowe has starred in the Emmy-winning political drama The West Wing, and he guest starred in cult classic films like Wayne's World and Austin Powers.
And there's also his role on the Amy Poehler-fronted comedy series Parks and Rec.
Thanks for the advice, man.
You're welcome, son.
What was that?
Nothing.
We wish Rob a very happy birthday.
Are you serious? You didn't file your paperwork?
Do you think Katie and Tom aren't married legally?
What are you talking about?
I know.
So you need to go over to that place garden. You need to scrub the short part off because you're Katie Maloney.
I mean, is this like a subconscious decision that Tom didn't post the letter because he has these kind of commitment issues? There's some kind of subliminal thing that he never, ever follows through.
You had one job. I did everything. I wrote the vows and came down there and married you.
That's a peek at tonight's episode of Vanderpump Rules, the one where Jax and Brittany finally have their Kentucky castle wedding. But of course, it looks like other drama may go down, like that fallout from the revelation that Katie and Tom Schwartz are, years later, not officially married. We also saw in past episodes that Tom Sandoval was disinvited from the wedding after he had questioned why it took Jax and Brittany so long to get rid of their pastor who made homophobic comments. Sandoval apologized and is back in the wedding as one of Jax's best men. But from recent comments in the episodes, it seems like there's still a strain on their friendship. By the way, Lance Bass, a good friend of Lisa Vanderpump's, ended up becoming Jax and Brittany's new officiant.
Another divide in the group right now is between Kristen and former best friends Katie and Stassi. Take a look at this moment at a wedding weekend activity between Kristen and Stassi's beau.
Too hard this for me to not hurt him because I don't know how I feel.
Well, you know what? Right now, let's get unselfish and focus on Brittany and Jax. Sip, sip.
I'm making
sip, sip, sip.
If you want to see if Kristen remains unselfish at Jax and Brittany's wedding, or see any of the other drama that could go down amidst all the love and vows being exchanged, make sure to tune into Vanderpump Rules tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo. It's no secret that we here at People Now love our furry friends, and our favorite celebrities do too. Today, we're looking at Ashley Benson's close relationship with her two little pups, Olive and Walter. Take a look.
I feel like they're more human than dog-like. They're the sweetest things. Olive likes her independence. She is mostly like by herself unless she wants to cuddle. And he's just crazy. He follows me around 24/7. He loves to be around people. He's super hyper and he's a bit more out there. They did not get along right away. I was really sad about that. But Olive had been by herself for 5 years. And having another dog, she felt a little threatened, but now they're best friends and never go without each other. I used to bring them on PLL a lot. Before I had Walter, Olive would come with me, and she'd always be at the soundboard. I'd be filming, and then I'd be getting pictures sent to my phone of Olive like doing all the little monitor things. They just love being around anyone and everyone, especially Walter. He's just like, I want to know everybody, I want to be your best friend. There's a very special bond with you and your pet. I like to think that they know everything I'm telling them. I tell them stories all the time. If I'm by myself, I talk to my dogs and act like they're talking back to me. But I don't know, I just feel like they're super intuitive into how you're feeling, and they just make me happy. Coming home after a long day and being able to be with my dogs is the best thing ever. It's super stressful at work sometimes, and being able to have my dogs with me to make me happy and watch TV and hang out and go for walks, it's really, hi buddy, it's really stress relieving, and just being able to have them at all times, whenever, wherever, is really nice. You can't ever be sad when you have a dog, ever. They make you in the best mood possible.
Share with us what you love the most about your pets. Tweet us at People and use the hashtag PeopleNow. And we'll have some more paparazzi profiles for you coming up later this week, so stay tuned.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we've got more on Hulu's Little Fires Everywhere from the younger members of the series cast.
Plus, we catch up via video chat with Laura Benatti to tell us about her Sunshine Songs movement and how it's allowing theater kids everywhere to still perform despite their school musicals being canceled.
All right, that's it for this edition of People Now. Bye, everyone.